There goes 15 horsepower. There goes another 15 horsepower. For a combined total of 30 horsepower. Alright guys, so welcome to a special Thursday episode of Rolling with T-Bone. I kind of got some ideas of what's going to happen today, but who knows what's going to happen today, because it looks like it's just going to follow flood. We might end up having to wait out rain somewhere, but let's dive into it, shall we? Hey guys, welcome into this episode of Rolling with T-Bone. I know at the end of this video it's going to seem like I cut it short, because I did. I want to say a little bit about the Combat Veterans Association here if I can. These folks invited me in today and just made me feel like I was at home. The Combat Vets Association's motto is Vets Helping Vets. Guys, one of the greatest things that has been bestowed upon me since I've started rolling with T-Bone was some of these folks actually recognized who I was. So I thought that was just super, super cool. Like I said, they welcomed me in. Patrick welcomed me in at Buckball Brewing. Scrappy, who was making the barbecue, talked to me. And, of course, BK, who is the field commander this year for his group of the Combat Vets Association. Just all great people doing a very, very, very important thing. So, I just want to say thanks to those folks for inviting me in, making me feel at home. And like I said, I was recognized as T-Bone. Some of them even knew my channel. So I just thought that was extra, extra cool. I did run off and leave my external microphone at home, so I had to depend on the GoPro microphone for this video. But it actually did pretty good. There's only a couple of spots where I may have to go in and boost the volume a little, but other than that, it did decent. So you guys sit back, relax, and enjoy this very special Thursday episode of Rolling with T-Bone. All right, now with the horsepower, that works. I don't think that's just exclusive to Harley Davidson. I think the 30 plus horsepower works on any motorcycle. But anyway, welcome to this episode of Rolling with T-Bone. Like I said, special Thursday episode. If you're new here, welcome in. My name's T-Bone. I shoot motorcycle related content and any kind of content really. If you are new here, I invite you to check out a few of my videos. Make sure that I am right for you, because I know I'm not right for everyone. And if you think I am, maybe consider giving us a like, subscribe, a share, comment, all that good stuff that the YouTube gods love. If you are old here, welcome back. You know what's happening. I don't know how y'all know what's happening, because I don't even know what's happening. But anyway, nonetheless, I digress on that. But we're out just cruising on Miss Jazz. If you're new here, this is my 2000 Road King. I call her Jazz. In the pantheon of time, in the timeline where I'm at right now, today the Georgia Grundle Run is happening. I had planned on going to the Georgia Grundle Run, but some of the YouTubers that I was going to meet, and I'm going to be honest with you, the Grundle Run was not just an event for me to go to. It was content driven. I was just going to go meet some YouTubers, but other things popped up, so I had to scrap my plans for the Grundle Run. But there is another event. There is another. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, because like I said, it looks like it's going to follow flood just any minute. But if it do, we'll turn off the camera and we'll dive up and under a palm tree, well, an oak tree or a pine. We'll just ride it out and wait to see what happens. But you know, it's late summer, getting to be close to early fall here. Within the next couple, 2 or 3 weeks, the leaves will start fully changing and falling, and we will be officially saying so long to summer. And I hate it, guys. I hate to see summer go, but we gotta have our 27 seasons here in the mountains. So but that's just the way it goes in the mountains, guys, because we have of course winter, summer, spring, fall, but we also have differential, well, not different, well, we just have other seasons that come into these seasons that usher them in. Like in the spring, we have what we call dogwood winter and blackberry winter. That leads us into warmer weather with spring, then on into summer. And going from summer into fall, we have what's called Indian summer, which means we'll go through a cold spell for about 2 weeks, and then the weather will warm back up again, kind of like late summer temperatures are supposed to. And then we'll get on into deep fall, get close to winter. So we have, you know, some call it autumn, we call it Indian summer around here. But we have those things. Those are the kind of things that happen around here. If you're new here, you have found this episode in the timeline. You have come at a very interesting point of Rolling with T-Bone, because I am in the midst of shooting my October series, which is Rolling with T-Bone Presents the Cryptids of North America. There will be 5 episodes in that series. Well, there's actually 7 episodes in that series. There's 2 episodes that you guys will see before October that's going to lead into the 5 episodes for Rolling with T-Bone Presents North American Cryptids. But until then, we got other things to do, so I'm gonna go ahead and get on into Copper Hill over here, get a little go-go juice and jazz, and kind of see where this magical day takes us. So y'all just hang tight. We'll be back in just a split second. Alright guys, so I have landed at a very special spot for a very special event. I've landed at Buckball Brewing, and today they are doing a run for the Combat Veterans Association. So I'm just going to see how this event plays out. I'm going to try to get some interviews with some of the folks who make this event happen. So y'all just hang tight for a second while I figure out exactly what's going on. Hi guys, they're working on getting set up here right now. You know, a lot of people, they forget or don't realize, I guess, sometimes just how much work it takes to put one of these events on. And this is Buckball's 6th combat event, combat vets event they put on. Got some bikes already arriving. Beautiful India.
What's up, brother?
T-Bone.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you.
Growler.
Growler?
Yep.
Hi guys, y'all say hello to Growler. He actually rides with the Combat Vets Association.
Come on out. We need you.
Yeah.
Veterans helping veterans.
So this is your 6th thing we're going here.
No, it's our first.
Your first.
Yeah.
But his 6th. He's hosting this.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright guys, so y'all just take time. We'll get some more here in just a minute. Alright guys, I'm going to take y'all on just a short tour of the Buckball Brewery on the inside, if you're in Copper Hill. And of course, Patrick crafts all of his beer. He crafts his own beer here. He is a brewery. And how long has Patrick been here now?
5 years.
5 years, yeah. So.
6 years, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
6 now.
Okay, 6 years, yeah, because this is the 6th annual event that he's done. So y'all come into Copper Hill. And this just goes to prove that you don't have to have a big area to help do a very cool event. This is BK. I'm going to talk to him just in a minute, and I'm going to get him to tell us about his association. But yeah. So Buckball Brewing, guys, if you're coming out of Ducktown, coming into Copper Hill, literally on the left-hand side of the road. They're the first left-hand business that you come in on the left-hand side of the road. Right across from Napa Auto Care. Old Copper City Auto. And a guy. So we're hoping this is going to be full of combat vets here before too long. So I'm already rolling in. And I'm going to do a thing on the bikes in this episode too, guys. But if you're coming out of Blue Ridge, if you come to McKaysville, when you come to McKaysville, take a left at the stop sign if you're coming in off of Highway 5, and he is going to be right down here, just the next business past Napa on the right hand side. All right, guys, I'm here with Patrick, who is the owner of Buckball Brewing. And Patrick, we were talking just a second ago off camera about this is your 6th year being in business, and also your 6th year of doing fundraisers for veterans. First year for the combat vets.
That is correct.
So tell us how you got started.
So, first of all, my father, my 2 grandfathers all served. I did not make the same choice.
Right.
That being said, I have a lot of respect for those people that did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so, actually what happened is I was sitting in here one day serving beer, and a young man named Travis, not a young man, a man named Travis who runs the Shepherd's Men, came in, sat down at the bar, watched me for a little while, looked at me and said, "Hey Patrick, what do you think about doing a fundraiser for Shepherd's Men?"
Yeah.
I'm like, who wouldn't do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we started that year. We had a little event here out on the street, raised about $11,000. Next year we had a second event, raised about $30,000.
Wow.
Went all the way up to 2 years ago at Murphy Music and Brews, which is our second. We turned it into a 2-day event.
Yeah.
We raised $130,000 in a 2-day event between Copper Hill, Tennessee and Murphy, North Carolina.
Wow. I mean, what do you say? You know, you just keep hoping. You hope that these things grow and they get bigger, and any kind of event that you can do where it keeps growing, it keeps growing. But what always gets me is when there's two groups of people that people will always show up to support: the veterans and the kids.
Sure.
And I support both. I could have went to the Marines, but I didn't want to leave home. So. Yeah. But you know, on our channel here, you guys know we support our troops, we support our law enforcement, because without these people, our society would go, we wouldn't have no society. Without troops to defend our freedom, what little freedom we got left, without them, we wouldn't have what we have. So I'm very appreciative of you for inviting me here today to cover this event. And y'all, I see Patrick about 5 times a week, every morning before daylight. Him and his wife Sylvia, good folks, and they have done a lot of stuff. There's stuff hanging on the walls for Toys for Tots. But if y'all come into Copper Hill, stop in here to Buckball Brewing, have a beer with Patrick, tell him Tbone sent you.
Sounds good, buddy.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you. So guys, when I left the house this morning, I forgot to grab my external microphone. So I'm going to bump the volume on these clips when I edit them together to make the full episode. Sorry about that. I was in a rush when I left the house, so it kind of is what it is, but y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I've kind of stepped across the street here. Just going to take in a little bit of the size and the scope, what this hopefully event turns out to be. You know, talking to Patrick there just a minute ago, talking about raising 30,000 and over 100,000. That's good stuff. I mean, that's important stuff to our veterans. And like I said a minute ago, you guys know we always support the veterans. And it's not just bikers supporting veterans, it's veterans supporting veterans. Because these veterans groups get together and they help other veterans who the government has left behind. So it's very cool. Of course, you see Miss Jazz sitting over there in the fray, sitting next to 2 Indians and then an ultra classic. All right, guys, I'm here with Michelle and Monica. Tell me a little bit about your band.
We started in around 2012, and we've been playing around LJ, Blue Ridge, Case, Copper Hill. everywhere.
So you played North Georgia, basically.
Yeah,
North
pretty
Georgia.
much.
What's the name of your group?
Daisy Chain.
Daisy Chain.
From
So
the
do,
Eagles.
do y'all have a channel on YouTube that I can tag? Instagram, Facebook?
Well, yeah. Daisy Chain or Daisy Chain Duo.
Daisy Chain Duo, okay. Daisy Chain Duo, guys. If my Australian people, Dave's channel, Hippie Trev, all you guys in Australia, if you recognize her, she's been interviewed by Australian TV.
One time.
So they're set up here. They're going to play for the event today for the Combat Vets Association. So I told her anything original, I could get a little bit of it, but because of YouTube's monetization, we just have to be careful with that. But you guys look them up, check them out. Michelle, thank you for talking with us for a minute. I know y'all got to get set up. Monica, thank you. I'm going to get out of their way and let them get professional around here.
We do a great Milli Vanilli cover.
Great Milli Vanilli, right? Is it going to skip about the second quarter? All right, guys, y'all hang tight. All right, guys, I'm with BK here. BK is the commander of the Combat Vets Association this year. BK, tell me a little bit about y'all association, what y'all do to help veterans, because I know it's your motto's vets helping vets. So
Yeah.
tell us just a little bit about that.
Absolutely. So I'm commander of 25-3, which is the Northeast Georgia chapter. To get into the association, you got to be a combat veteran, so have combat time as a veteran, and then have a motorcycle of a certain size. Pretty low size, but a certain size. So that's where the vets of helping vets comes in play. So we are all combat veterans. That's our history. Being in an association allows us to have that camaraderie again that we used to have when we were in. And those friendships and the brotherhood and sisterhood, which is frankly half the reason I'm in. The other half is that we help vets. So the other half of helping vets is we go out in our local communities. We find veterans that need help, whether it's financial help to help pay some bills because they're just struggling, they can't work, whatever it is. Building ramps. We've built a lot of wheelchair ramps for our older veterans that are wheelchair bound now that just need help getting in and out of their house. We'll come over and hang out with the veteran that just needs company to help get them to the VA, help connect them with the right people at the VA to give them the financial and medical support they need from the VA. We all know how great it is, but hey, it's what it is.
Right, yeah.
It's something to use. So that's the main purpose of our association. So we put on events like this to help support that financially. You know, stuff costs money. Unfortunately, we can't just go beg everybody for stuff. So we put on events and beg people for money, take that money and do what we got to do with it.
Well, and that's, you know, that's kind of what me and Patrick was talking about just a minute ago on the inside was, you know, two groups of people I feel like should never have to worry about anything is a veteran who's fought for our country or a kid.
Yep.
Those two groups of people should never have to worry about that. And our community, the motorcycle community, and I've always said this, I feel like our community, the motorcycle community, gives back more than any other community.
1,000%. Absolutely.
And, you know, we've got a group we call the Shade Tree Army, and they have a group in Florida called Forgotten Angels.
Yep.
That help people, you know,
yeah,
young men and women
Shade,
who.
yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah, so he knows you, Shady.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, you know, a lot of times you can't depend on the government to help you do anything. They will put you through so much red tape that you can't find it out. What you're even, like he said, trying to get people in contact with the people they need to know to get help. Sometimes that's just a monumental task. But mostly sitting down talking to someone who has been in a war, someone you can identify with, you know what they've been through, and that's just very cool. But BK, thank you for your service, brother.
Thanks for putting some spotlight on it. I appreciate it.
And I appreciate you coming and hanging out with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, here in just a few minutes, I got to roll out, so I'm going to interview just a couple more people, and then I'll talk to y'all here in just a minute. BK, thank you, brother.
Thank you, everyone.
All right, guys, and the man who's going to be feeding these people today is a dude called Scrappy. Scrappy's Barbecue. Scrappy, I know you're getting your gloves on and getting busy, but do you have any kind of social media where people can get a hold of you?
No, we have a website. We're Scrappy Doghouse. We're full time at Grumpy Old Man Brewery. I'm not trying to discount where we're at right now because we do a lot of benefits for Buckball Brewery and Grumpy Old Man.
Yeah.
But we're permanent over at Grumpy Old Man with the hot dog stand
Okay.
We're full-time food over there, and then we do special events for our veterans.
Yeah.
So
well, hey, that's.
we're wide open, man. Wherever they need us.
Well, you just put your gloves on, so I'll give you a fist bump.
All right, buddy.
But y'all go check Scrappy out if you come into the Blue Ridge area. Grumpy Old Ben is, I could say we're the old Chevrolet dealership past it, but you wouldn't know where I was talking about.
We're on the south end of Main Street in Blue Ridge, Georgia.
South End Main Street. Just type in Grumpy Old Man Brewery and it'll take you right to him. Tell him T-Bone sent you.
Okay.
Appreciate you, Scrappy.
Thank you.
All right, guys, that's pretty well much going to do it for me here at the Buckball Brewery and the Combat Vets Association. And I know a lot of these guys will be coming in watching this video. Members of the Nom Knights are here. So anytime you get a chance to support an organization that tries to support itself, I think that's extra amazing. Train came in behind me, I'm sorry about that. But I'm going to call it a day from Buckball Brewing, and I'm going to be headed out. I appreciate y'all having me. All right, guys, I'll see y'all back on the road. All right, guys, after I finally got out of the traffic, oh man, I've got two issues. The first issue, I run off and left the external microphone at home and didn't realize it till everything was already in full swing. So I'm going to have to boost the volume on every one of these clips. So I hope y'all are able to hear. If I don't think y'all are able to hear, I'll kind of listen to it and see if I can go back and voice over. But man, I want to thank the Combat Vets Association, the Nom Knights. They were out as well, and especially Patrick from Buckball Brewing, who tuned me into what he was doing today. Great episode, great time. You know, we support our vets, our law enforcement, firefighters. I used to be a first responder. You guys who thanklessly do a job every day, knowing that it's going to be a thankless job. You know, military is the same way. You know, we send these kids off to war when they're 18, and then those who are fortunate enough to survive to make it back home, you know, they come home and their minds are different. So, you know, groups like the Nom Knights and the Combat Vets Association, they really are good at helping and big at helping vets. The veterans helping vets. That's their motto, vets helping vets. So I was very honored to be asked to come out and do this event with them today. I couldn't stay for the whole event because they had a live band getting ready to set up, and of course you know how YouTube is. They would have monetized me for sure, but I did have a blast there hanging out with them folks. But I'm going to try to get on back in because it is going to start raining here. I'm just hoping I can make it home before it starts. But anyway, y'all keep your eyes open over the next few weeks with the October series getting ready to start here pretty soon. And thank you guys for hanging out for this video. I know it's a little chopped up and all over the place, but really, when you put the spotlight on a group like that, it makes it's worth it. That's all I can say, it's worth it. But I'll tell you guys, I'll tell you what, till the next time, y'all take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and hey, thanks for watching.